And look, we're back with another episode, and I'm saying we as in I, KG Money Green. This is my own personal episode. I know it's been years, probably 2 or 3 years, and everyone else has done their personal. I guess the time has come for season 5, and that's good because 5 used to be my favorite number, so let's do it. On this episode, we're actually going to reach in the bucket, and the team created a whole bunch of random questions I get to answer by myself. It's called KG's View, KG's Perspective. And the whole joke is I always tell people I don't have a view on nothing. So I guess we find out that actually I do have a view. So let's reach in the bucket together. It's like AMSR. All right, let's see who wrote this. I wish they put their names on these so I would know. As a CEO, what's some of the challenges you face when it comes to business? Oh, damn. We're getting real on the first question, right? I guess the challenge is as a CEO is really learning to build a appropriate team. Throughout the years, we've seen the team change from different individuals to now a very consistent basis. And shout out also to you 42 for being a part of that team and helping us create this. Now it feels like we're stable and creating a career and a path that we can really grow for something for the future. The biggest challenge really was about 2 or 3 years ago when you're not seeing that many views or you're not seeing that much with people trying to help push the brand. But once you learn you are your team and the people that surround you can best push forward, you have no other thing but to grow. For sure. I think that was a good first question. All right, number 2, man. Number 2. Can we get some real questions, man? From when the bucket list first started to now, how do you feel you've changed as a person? God, damn, that was a deep question. Because I feel like it was supposed to be business oriented. But how did I change as a person? Man, I was immature, man. If we're going to really tell the really truth, I was pretty immature when we first started. I was out of school. When the bucket list was created, it was in 2020. I dropped out of school from Hampton University. I was doing a real estate job. I was thinking I could do real estate, but at this point, I really didn't want to do real estate. I was good at it, but did I really want to do it? No. So I was one day I called Dakari 404, shout out to 404. I was just man, let's create a podcast. Let's create something that people aren't doing in our age group or age bracket at the time. And he was like, bro, what do we call it? The bucket list. And I was like, shit, we only live once, and we're going to spell it different because we're from Atlanta. So this came DABUKETLIST. And during that time, I learned, okay, cool, this is my passion. But what's crazy, I was in school for journalism and strategic communication at Hampton University. So I ended up doing my passion while dropping out of school, which made me go back to school, if that makes sense. So I ended up going back to Hampton University. And during that time, I just learned what I did from being the CEO of the business and then put that to my school. I ended up getting 4.3 the rest of my semesters being in college. And I didn't have honors when I first left school, but it was crazy. I just graduated in May of this year. I graduated with honors, and the team knows because it's shout out to the team because they actually drove 8 hours to come up see me, man. I cried my freaking butt off. I was about to say ass, but I can say whatever I want. It is my show at this point. But yeah, man, I cried my ass off, man, because I actually was able to graduate with honors. So the biggest thing was being mature and learning how to be a better version of myself, which I feel like everyone should do. It feels cool, man. I'm talking to myself. You ever talk to yourself and just be I always do this, by myself in the mirror, in the shower, singing. Pretty cool, man. It's my inner thoughts. You get what I'm saying? All right, number 3. What are some ways you've seen yourself personally evolve since the Buckets LLC started? I kind of just said the same thing. It's more like I said, maturity, learning how to do the business, find a great partner and business partner in Sierra Dunlap. Shout out to Briefcase. And yeah, I kind of just answered that. So, dude, dang, they ain't putting no wild question. I better gonna start asking me Trump or something, which I have no view. For anyone, I'm sorry, that cracked me up. Hope y'all laugh in the comments. For anyone trying to start a business or a podcast of their own, what's some advice that you will give? Dang, okay, that's a good one. So like 3 weeks ago, I was at a graduation party and someone's dad walked up to me and he was like, bro, my mom and my daughter want to start a podcast. I was like, for sure, bro. Like, I feel like everybody wants to start a podcast now. But I was like, do you want to do the podcast? Like, do they want to do it, or are they just doing it because it's trendy and it's like the new thing? Because now everybody doesn't really want to rap and everyone doesn't really want to go to school. And they're just like, shit, I got a mic and some headphones. I can get in the camera and talk, you know? Do you really feel like that's what you really want to do? And if you feel like that's what you want to do, then do it. But, you know, but the advice I would actually give is like, first, grab a camera, grab a mic, get some headphones, create an actual platform that you feel like a team can grow with. Like the Bucket List LLC is like, our motto is you only live once, so let's make an impact now. So every episode, every statement, every show deals with that motto. So if you're going to create a show or create a platform, it has to be something that's meaningful to you. Just don't get in front of the camera and start talking about bullshit. Like no offense, like Shade Room. Like just don't go on there talking about Shade Room topics and stuff you don't really know or don't even research. Like actually talk about something that is meaningful to you. And then after that, you know, build an audience. My mom is my biggest support system. So send it to your mom. Your mom is like the biggest thing before Google. And like mail, you know, your mom is going to be your biggest supporter. So tell your mom to watch the first episode. And then your mom going to send it to your auntie. Your auntie going to send your uncle. Your uncle going to send it to your great-great-great-great-great-grandma. Then your great-great-great-grandma going to send it to somebody that she met at Publix. And then now you got like at least 7 people. It only take about 7 people to grow, you know. And, you know, when we started, we only had like a few people. Now every day we getting 0 to 50 emails of people trying to come on the show. And it's just, that's an honor. So once you start building a brand and a platform and a name, it's only up from there. So, and that's also with anything, you know. Cool. This is fun. Again, like it's kind of weird talking to you. So, but again, like I do this all the time. So like, is it really that weird? Number 3. Also, man, shout out to my grandpa, bro. I got on his rings, man, and his watch. Shout out to 737, man. What has it been like watching the growth of the Bucket List from the inside looking out? From the inside looking out. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm like a visual learner. So this is a circle. So inside looking out. Y'all done asked me the same question 4 times in a row. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm going to skip that one. It's like the same 3 questions. I had to like draw that out. My bad. Any upcoming events? Boom. There we go. This episode will be out by this time. Any upcoming events? Well, look, it's not going to be a surprise because by the time it comes out, it's going to happen. This December, I know y'all been waiting for Bucket Fest. We haven't done Bucket Fest in a long time, but we're doing a winter bash this December. And we're going to throw a party, like old school house party 1, Martin Lawrence. I remember Martin Lawrence used to, and he had the breath. I had to play Martin Lawrence in middle school. That was off topic, but we get back on topic. Martin Lawrence, I had to play Martin Lawrence, and I don't know if y'all remember doing house party. That nigga had bad breath, and I had to like act in the movie, and I had to be like, ah. That was pretty funny, so that's why I thought about that. Oh, man. I'm sorry, but that was so off topic, but that was hilarious. If y'all seen it, shout out to House Party. Look, if we can put like House Party right there in that specific scene, then y'all will understand. If you're too old or if you're too young to understand that means you saw the one with LeBron James when he did House Party. And I know he executive produced it and he acted. That nigga's a horrible actor when it comes to that. The best movie he ever acted in was Trainwreck. And that's my KG's view and my perspective on that topic. So, you know, we're going to put that in the thumbnail. Or like click big video, right? But like I said, any upcoming events, Bucket Fest / Winter Bash this December. Let's aim for December 26th. And look, come out with Santa outfits, snowflakes, snow bunnies, whatever you like, chocolate queens, ice cream, snow shovels, whatever. It's going to just be a party. No artists, though. I fuck with the rappers. I love rappers and I love singers and I love artists in general. But no rapping and singing at this event. This is just old school party vibes. We got a DJ, house party vibes, and that's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. So, old school house party, not LeBron James. For sure. Question number 6. Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 7. What's your wildest ATLs? Now we talking. Now we're talking. What's your wildest ATL story? Man, shout out Atlanta, man. Shout out Zone 4. Shout out Vine City. Wildest Atlanta story, man. I got a lot of stories. Like, I could talk about the strip clubs. What's a wild story, man? Man, I remember I was at this like strip club party, and I was hosting a strip club, and it was like a Halloween edition, and it was a stripper. Shout out to her. I don't remember her name, but the stripper was like 6 feet, like 6'5". But you know what's crazy? Y'all ever like shout out to all the DC people? I'm more of a Marvel fan, but she had on a Wonder Woman outfit, and she like came in. I'm hosting the party, and like she came in so tall, and everybody was like, "What the bleep?" Even though I could curse on this episode, I just felt like I should do that. But shout out to her, man. Like, she was crazy. Shout out to Wonder Woman. I wish I knew her name. That was wild. What else was pretty wild? I remember one time I had an Infinity in high school, FX35, 2016. I used to have this car, right? And then the engine used to go out all the time on the car. But I had like a Falcons blanket in the back. And every time the car would go out, like the engine would go out, I would rub the blanket, calling myself a mechanic, and rub the engine with the blanket. And then to try to start my car up. And it was some bullshit. Like, the car was nice, but like, it was a bullshit. So every day before high school and class, I would try to rub it. But one day, I'm on the highway, and this car gives out on the highway. So like, I'm going downhill in reverse in the middle of like 5 p.m. traffic. You know how 5 p.m. traffic is in Atlanta? Like, that shit's horrible. So I'm going in reverse. And the whole time it's like, damn, I'm about to die, bro. I'm only like 18. Like, it's fucking insane. I can keep going, but like, I don't want to bore y'all. Oh, one more story. I could talk about how I cried when the Falcons lost the Super Bowl, but like, that's too emotional for me because I could cry right now if I do that. 28-3. Shout out to Matt Ryan. He was my favorite player, but like, shit, we did lose that. So I don't really want to talk about crying with the Falcons, even though I loved them, you know. So we're going to go to question number 8. Boom. All right. I should have brought the varsity, man. Have varsity be fucking your stomach up. Are there any cons to being CEO? Not really. I don't think there's really any cons. I think, nah. I think people, you got to lead. And you just got to be the best version of yourself to be a great leader. And that's not a con, but that's a pro and a con at the same time. Because sometimes you can feel like you're not the best version of yourself. And how can you lead a team without you being the best version of yourself? But at the end of the day, you're leading because people put you in that position because they feel like you're worthy of it. So you got to understand what you're good for and what God put you on this planet for to achieve. Understand, like, man, it's not really a con. It's a pro. I'm going to lead. I'm going to be the best version of myself. And we can lead and achieve this goal together. So y'all don't ask me the same question like 6 times in a row. I think these are all KJ questions, man. Y'all did say that. Come on, man. Like, ask me what my favorite food is or something. Also, my favorite food is shrimp po' boys. What other projects outside the bucket list would love to be interested in? Man, I want to own a club one day, man. I want to own a club one day, and I want to start franchising. I would tell y'all the name of my club, but I just feel like somebody in the comments are just going to steal the name of the club. But, like, think of a club, but everything is like meet High Museum times Magic City. And I feel like if the High Museum meet Magic City, that'd be an amazing club. You know, like fine art, but also ass. But also painting. But also everyone's coming up here like upscale with the best drip on. Do kids still say drip? I don't know, because I'm like 23 now. And like a few days ago, this dude called me sir, and he was like 4. So do kids still say drip? I know this is off topic. I've really been off topic this whole time. But y'all boys really be saying Riz, man. Y'all be getting like, bro, y'all gotta have the Riz. Because like, how do you use that in a complete sentence? That's another topic for another day. I think I got Riz, though. All right, wait. Okay, let me give y'all a few of my punchlines. Here's a few of my Riz lines. Y'all rate these in the comments. I told this girl in the DM a few days ago, the sun was in her. Imagine a girl's face. She posted a boomerang. The sun is in her face. And like half of it, you know how girls do the little boomerang, the light is in her face and it's hitting them. Tell me if this works in the comments. I said, damn, you just made my day. You just had a contract with God where like the sun is always hitting your body. Ooh, that was smooth, right? That was smooth, right? I know that was smooth. I used to have this one about Fetty Wap. Shout out to Fetty Wap. This one was ass though. I used to be like, what was it? Oh yeah, I'm not Fetty Wap, but shawty shit. I got my eye on you. Cause you got one eye. All right. Okay, that didn't hit. My bad. I'm sorry. I'd be quiet. I'm sorry. All right. Number 10. What made you want to start a podcast? Okay, now we done answered the same thing multiple questions. The reason I wanted to start a podcast is because we want to create a nice unit that I feel is like bigger than a podcast. We're trying to build a network. We're trying to build a brand. We're trying to be bigger than what you think is big. We're trying to compete with Breakfast Club. We're trying to compete with Carisha Please or compete with streamers like Cassinet or Academics. And all these are notable African-American people that have done something amazing for the platform, but our goal is to compete with them and do what they've did, but times 1,000, times a million. Creating a podcast is just the one stepping stone and one seed of what we're trying to do. And the whole goal is to be bigger than that. And my mom always told me as a kid, even when I used to want to play football, I'm not playing football now, but like as a kid, something that stuck with me was own the team and play when you want. Own the team and play what you want. So as a kid, I'm thinking it's bigger than being a player. I got to own the team. If I own the team, I'm making money from the players, from the concession stand, from the fans. And once you think about Arthur Blank, that nigga's a multi-billion-dollar nigga. Owns Home Depot. He just created a children's hospital. He owns the Falcons, owns the soccer team. He thought so big that his family's family and his kids are set like for generations. So that's that. Dang, how many questions y'all put in here, man? Oh shoot, we almost at the bottom. Cool. We almost at the bottom. Last two. Shit, it's kind of hot in here. My ears are hot. What is something you're crossing off your bucket list with your team? Shout out to the team, man. Shout out to the starting 5. Me. Well, it's only 4. Let's put Catherine in there, too. Shout out to Catherine. KG. Dunlap. Chloe. KJ. Catherine. You know, Catherine like a free agent. She come in when she wants to. So shout out to her. What's something you want to cross off your team's bucket list? Man, I want us to take a trip together, man. Like, fuck all the bullshit. Like, all this achieving goals and cool. We could do that any day, whatever. But let's do something off our own bucket list together. Like, let's get on a plane and jump off the plane together. Like, I know they'd be scared to jump off the plane, but I'm like, let's actually go do something like that, you know? Let's go travel to, like, I always wanted to go to London. So if they want to go to London, we could plan a trip for London. Also, my birthday, I mean, I know they're going to watch this when it's done. My birthday, y'all know, is March 3rd. So, shit, let's go to Miami for my birthday. Let's go. I always wanted to be on jet skis. Let's get 5 jet skis and race each other in Miami. That's what I want to do with my team. Shout to the jet skis. Shout to Low-Key Season 2. Because if you know Low-Key Season 2, what character, drop it in the comments, what character always wants to have jet skis? I'm going to not tell y'all because you should know if you watch Disney Plus and Loki. That was a Loki. Dang, that was like a nerd thing. Shout out to all the nerds out there. Or am I a nerd for saying that? All right, question. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, okay, 11, man. If it was 11, we could have made a wish together, but shout out to 11. When you started and had the idea of the podcast, what was your long-term goal? Again, I just answered that. Again, the long-term goal is for all of us to create a platform and a network that is bigger than ourselves. Again, I always tell the team, the bucket list is bigger than us. The bucket list is its own person. Think of it as an infant and a baby and as a business. Like, you're creating it to be bigger than us. So when we're dead and gone, the bucket list should still be here. You know, and that's how I think about it. And I just want to end this podcast on a quote that got me through like some of the hardest times in my life. That is my screensaver. So we're going to end on this and we're going to cut. All right. I would say it with me, but there's nobody in here, so you can't say it with me. So I'll say it with myself, and then y'all just say it together at home. All right? Your entire life can change in a year. You just got to love yourself enough to know you deserve more, be brave enough to demand more, and disciplined enough to actually work for more. And with that being said, it's KG Money Green. This was KG's perspective and KG's view. And we out of here, and I'm out of here. You get what I'm saying? Froze up.